Hi, my name is Kieran Diaz-Sun. I am the idol Digidestined, and this is a ASMR-like video for reassurance about one's hobbies and one's things. I did with one of these for VTubers. Now I'm going to do one that's a little bit more general. It's not going to be one for one. It's not the exact same wording. The other video will still apply to other hobbies because it is more generally just about understanding that it's okay to give up, but also understanding that you need to push through things sometimes. This one's going to be very, very similar. It might have similar different wording. It's okay to watch both and feel good from both. Now, because this is AMR and very unedited, you probably will hear me do stuff in the background like take up, drink, do the standards, maybe open a can, because I just want this to be a little conversation. You guys obviously can't respond, but between me and you, and about understanding burnout and understanding that sometimes things need to end, but sometimes you just need to push through things. Now, whatever you're going through right now, I can't say for 100% certain. I know what you're going through, whether you're having a bad time in your life and just doing your hobby or that favorite thing that you loved for so long is no longer helping you. It can be rough. And I had a personal anecdote in the other one, so I have another anecdote for this. I used to be not addicted to Genshin Impact, but it used to be my comfort game as an autistic person. It used to be the game I played every day while watching YouTube or consuming other media and just relax to. And it was a constant in my life. And it was kind of funny because I'd have the game on in the background of sometimes when I was in uni, I wouldn't be playing it. It would just be on in the background because I'd play the game before class, hop on class, then play the game after class, have a good time, relax. But eventually it faded and I could no longer play Genshin Impact. And I can't play Genshin Impact. Every single time I log into Genshin Impact, it's a drain. I physically can't play Genshin Impact. Nor can I play Honkai Star Rail, nor can I play really any of what are they calling themselves now? Hoyoverse. I can't play really any of Hoyoverse's games. And I honestly, it was just it changed. It changed, and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle that the game I loved for so long was changing in a way that I couldn't handle. It was fine up until Sumeru, and then when Sumeru hit, I was like, no, I can't do this. I got through the Sumeru story, but I'm like, I can't. No, 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 not happening. And I mourn that time. I really do. But it's not the end of the world. I had to give up Genshin Impact. But now, look at me. I'm a VTuber now. I stream, I have a good time, I play video games. It's fine. And whatever hobby you have that you might be having difficult with or burnout with, or any life situation that is getting you down that you think that you can't move past, you can move past it. I believe in you. I believe that you can get past it whether you give it up or whether you put it down and try again later. Whether you how do I explain this? Playing a game, having a hobby, doing content creation, doing anything of that nature, it's hard. Life can be hard. Maybe you have your perfect dream job, but suddenly it doesn't pay enough. Or maybe you're having a hard time with your current job because it's the absolute worst job on the planet Earth, but it pays well. Sometimes you just need to take it in and assess your situation. And that situation may be where you need to quit something or stick with it. And no matter what you choose, it's okay. It's okay. Now, I can't necessarily condone all actions on the planet Earth, but I know here that most people aren't going through terrible things that my VTuber would say. You're not dealing with those type of terrible actions. If you need to put something down or stop doing something or say something, it's perfectly fine to do so. Perfectly fine. Let's say here you need to quit playing basketball because your knees are hurting and you can no longer play because you have a disability. It's okay to mourn that. And I'm sorry that that's happening to you. I'm sorry that something is happening to you in this moment where you may need this reassurance. That you may need reassurance that everything is going to be okay. But it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel whatever emotions you are feeling in regards to your situation. It's okay to feel that and to come back in a couple days, restock, and figure out what you're going to do. I know here right now, actually, a funny situation with Genshin Impact again. I don't know if that was this earlier this video or the other video. I think it was this video. But in the middle of the whole Genshin Impact being my comfort game thing, I had a major family thing happen, and I was playing on PS4 at the time, and my account was locked to PS4 before you could swap systems, and we only had one PS4. And what had happened is that it was going to go away with another family member. And I was utterly distraught. My other family member needed it probably more than me, transparently, and it was also theirs, so I couldn't say anything. But I really, really needed it. And so I went and I dealt with it. I dealt with it the best way I could, and I got help, actually. And sometimes you do need to talk with others here, and that's actually what I'm trying to message here. I couldn't afford another PS4 myself at the time. I was in university, and PS4s were still pretty expensive at the time. Like, not overly so. They weren't super, super expensive, but this was before the PS5 had come out, so still pretty up there in price for like a decent one. And my mom, who was around at the time, she's like, I'll go 50-50 with you. You'll pay half of it, I pay half of it, and it's yours. Because you need it. You need it for your mental health. You need this because you need it. And it worked. And some people may say that that's unhealthy, that maybe I should have grown apart from the thing I did. And yes, there was definitely unhealthy reliance at that time. But at that time, it was better for me to have that unhealthy reliance than the alternatives. And that's also something that I'm going to be honest with you guys about and transparent. If you have an unhealthy coping mechanism, whether it's gacha games like Genshin, or whether it's gambling or alcohol or any sort of thing, it's not the long-term solution to your problem. But sometimes in the short term, it can be okay. It really depends on your situation, and you should take stock of that. Because if you are going to the casino and gambling every night, sometimes you do need to stop. But if you have a stable job, you're not in risk of losing your house or your kids, you have a roof over your head, you're feeding everyone is taken care of, and you're blowing your fun money on gambling on the weekend or after work. It's your fun money, do it. And sometimes, just sometimes, you need to take into consideration that maybe what you're doing is bad for you. And take stock of that situation. Again, let's say you're injured and you can no longer play your favorite sport. It's sad and frustrating, and you're probably resent yourself for a little bit. I know that I did when I found out I couldn't do what I wanted to do anymore with my own physical injury, but sometimes you just need to move forward. Sometimes you just need to move forward and relax and cry about it and mourn it. Definitely don't bottle up your emotions. It's okay to feel sad and frustrated and angry. It's okay to want to give up something. It's okay that you want to push through and try and continue doing it. Because you never know. Maybe you hate to be a bear, bad news. Maybe you broke your legs and you can't play soccer anymore. Maybe they have a Paralympic soccer. Maybe you could play disabled soccer. Maybe you could play soccer or something else on a video game system. Maybe you can do something related to the thing you love, but it might be different. And that's not always the solution for some people, but it's an option. If you can't do something because of something happening to you, it can be very hard to accept a stranger's words of saying, find an alternative, do it the way you want, try to find a way. That's not always going to work. But maybe take stock of the situation and understand that it's okay if you can't do something, but it's also okay to find solutions or give it up if you need to. And always, as I keep repeating over and over, it's okay to mourn if you can't do something anymore. I'm going to revert back to VTubing. Let's say I had to give up VTubing tomorrow. Let's say my VTuber imploded, my computer broke down, I can't replace my computer at all, every single part's an absolute disaster, insurance isn't going to replace my PC, all my gunpla are broken, I lost all my video games, I can't do anything, I'm banned off of every single online game anymore, and I can't do any content creation. It'd be okay for me to feel sad. It's okay to feel sad about something bad like that happening. It's okay to feel like the world's unfair. But eventually, you gotta breathe in and accept it. As an autistic person, I find this extremely hard myself. So, kettle call, pot call kettle. Like it's, if you're having a hard time, these words may not be helpful, but that's fine. Honestly, here, I just want you to know that I want you to feel and get better and feel happy and know that you will get past this regardless of the choice you choose. Your life's not ending. You will be fine. And that's harsh to some people. I know that's harsh to me. When I was crying about that PS4, I was like, this is the end of my world. That is my comfort hyperfixation special interest game. How dare you? But maybe later on you'll come to accept it like I did when I did eventually burn out of the game. I'm calling it a burnout, but I don't know if it was a burnout or if it was just the change in the game. I don't know, but it's okay to not feel okay. It's okay to not feel okay. And it's okay to come back and feel angry for a while and feel like the world's unfair. As long as you come back to reality and know that if you need help coming back to reality, you can come here. You can go into the comment section here. I don't appreciate like full trauma jumps of like your whole life situation. But if you want to say, I can't play XYZ game anymore, I'm burnt out and I hate this because it's my favorite thing. Or I can't play this because I broke my legs. And if you want to rant and rave in my comments, you can. I'm not gonna stop anything there. Just know that it's okay. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. And tomorrow's gonna be a day. Tomorrow will still exist. The world's not likely to end tomorrow. The world's not likely to end the day after that, or the day after that, or the day after that, or the day after that. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. You will hopefully live And as long as you are here on this earth, your emotions are valid. Now, what I am going to state here is that if you are in a serious mental health emergency, I know that a lot of people don't like the idea of it, but maybe you need to go to the hospital. If you're thinking about hurting yourself or anything over the situation, maybe you're so burnt out, or maybe you're having to give something up and it is like a core integral part to your soul. Like maybe you broke your hands and they'll never be repaired again, and you're a knitter and you feel like this is like your life ending and you feel like you are wanting to. As someone who has been there, not in that exact position, of course, giving just random examples, but if you are in a position, do seek help. There are people who are willing to help you, and not every person and every organization is going to try and use you. You might think that I'm lying. I'm not. I've had to use these organizations in the past myself. This is coming from experience, not from me lying, okay? It's not coming from the holier than thou. I've never used these, but you should use XYZ. No, I've used these. I've called I called kids helpline when I was like 12 multiple times. Like it's stuff that you have to do sometimes, but it's okay. It's okay. Life will get better. Life will get better. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel upset. It's okay to feel lost. And I just want to let you know here and now that regardless if I'm VTubing still, regardless if I'm still online under this name, regardless if I die, comment under here. Or, I don't know, listen to this video. Relax. And understand that you will be okay. You will be okay. And the final thing, just be yourself. Don't hide yourself. If you're also neurodivergent and having issues with masking, and it's getting rough, maybe stop masking. Stop caring what other people think of you for a little bit, because you might just need to be yourself for a little bit, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and if you're not having a good day, hope that things end up looking better, or maybe you can manage yourself. And if you want to talk to me here again or hear these words, feel free to comment below or come back to the video. Stay safe and take care.